Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the hangar at Macomb High School's Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling is bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH tonight. Tonight, it is the Mercer County Golden Eagles playing the Macomb High Bombers. Varsity basketball action getting ready to come your way. We're just a couple minutes away from starting lineups and national anthems. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Luke Little is on the camera tonight. You'll see during the contest tonight, we're trying to do a little bit more zoom in a little tighter tonight, do a few different things with the camera just to try some stuff out. We've got some things in the works. In the next week or two, you probably expect to see possibly some of it brought out at the Great Western Shootout this weekend. We have 8 games on Saturday, all from the Great Western Shootout, and there are some great games there. Both the Macomb High Bombers girls and boys basketball teams will be there. A-Town will be there. Southeastern will be there. Scales Mound, who was a Final Four team in IHSA Class 1A, going to be very good and back again. A lot of good teams. Knoxville is there. Rock Ridge is there. It's going to be a great tournament, or a great one day. It's not really a tournament. Everybody plays one game. So a little different that way, but it should be a lot of fun, and we look forward to it. Kenny Suter's going to be up helping me call a game or two. Haley Ross going to be on the camera. Spencer will be on the camera, I believe, and maybe a person or two that we've got helping us with our Abington Avon stuff up there. Going to be on the camera. It's a long, long day, so we will be there all day long, bringing you basketball all day on Saturday. Like I said, 8 games. And also, according to our schedule, we'll verify that everything's going as planned. It'll be Camp Point Central Southeastern playing a girls' game at Southeastern on Saturday as well. We'll verify that and make sure I'm correct on that as well. But that is the plan, to do that game also, as we get ready to go with the starting lineups and national anthem here.
Good evening, sports fans.
We'll let you hear the Macomb Bombers pep band playing the national anthem.
At this time, will you please rise as we honor America with the performance of our national anthem by the Macomb Bomber pep band under the direction of Mr. Doug Matsey.
And that'll do the national anthem. We'll tell you who the starters are as they come out on the floor. You'll be able to see them.
The introduction of tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Mercer County Golden Eagles.
Mercer County, the Golden Eagles. Jackson Long, number 10, one of the starters.
Number 13, Owen Relander.
Owen Relander, number 13.
Number 23, Chase Olson.
Chase Olson, number 23.
Number 30, Lucas Collison.
Lucas Collison, number 30. And the final starter, Colby Cox, number 33.
Assistant coaches for the Golden Eagles are Brian Kierman and Joe Hanlon. Their head coach is Tim Sedan. And now, for the starting lineup for your Macomb Bombers.
And the starting lineup for the Bombers looks like this.
Starting at guard, a 5'11" senior, number 1,
Connor Watson.
Starting forward, a 6'2" junior, number 3, J.T.
JT Jeter, number 3.
Also starting at forward, a 6'2" senior,
13, Langdon Allen. Number 20, Nolan Kerr.
Starting at guard, 6' senior, number 20, Nolan Kerr.
And at number 24, Jack Duncan.
A 6'2" senior, number 24, Jack Duncan.
That's the starters.
The two Bombers are led by head coach Jeremy Anderson, who is assisted by Brian Hayward and Zach Keene. Your officials for tonight's game are
We're just about ready to go with tip here from Macomb High School. The Hangar, as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling is bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. First quarter action coming your way right now here from the Hangar. Mercer County and Macomb High. Macomb High won the JV contest. The jump's going to go to Mercer County. Down low, a pass over the top intended for Cox is thrown away, and it's going to be Bomber basketball. Watson with it. He goes right side to JT Jeter. This is going to be another good test for the Bombers and for the Golden Eagles, for that matter. Nolan Kerr with it. Coach Anderson talking at the Downtown Athletic Club today. He was talking about the fact that the Golden Eagles brought back a lot of a team that gave them a lot of fits last year, so expected good things out of the Mercer County Golden Eagles. Jack Duncan drives, pulls up, 10-foot jumper, offside of the rim, no good. Rebound to the Golden Eagles. That was Lucas Collison who came down with it. He gives it up top to number 13, Relander, Owen Relander. He pulls up, about a bank shot high off the glass. A sweet-looking shot for Owen Relander. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Golden Eagles. Duncan with it. Kerr. 3 on the way by Langdon Allen. A sports corner 3 for BT. And the Bombers, just like in the JV contest, take a 3-2 lead. Actually, that was reversed. It was a 3 to start the game for the Golden Eagles. Now driving on a nice little cut without the basketball. Actually got an over. Chase Olson got the bucket, but I was going to say Langdon Allen actually tried to get into the passing lane, overran the ball, and now Nolan Kerr with it, gives it to Duncan, and gave Olson the cut. 3 on the way by Watson's off, no good. Tracked down by Relander. He'll bring it back this way. He's going to come out near side. Collison dribbles in and backs it out to Relander again, right side. So he's got Nolan Kerr on him. And he gave it off to Long, back to Relander, now back up top. It is Collison. Collison left side. 3 on the way by Olson. It's off, no good. Rebound to Duncan. Connor Watson on the dribble now. He goes to Langdon Allen. Langdon Allen now drives, dumps it out. Nolan Kerr. Kerr's going to drive. He's going to put the left-handed shot up. It's blocked by Relander. Kerr's going to fight back after and get it back for the Bombers, though. And it'll be a 3 on the way by Langdon Allen. Is off, no good, and it's rebounded. And back the other way goes Relander. Relander shots up and in, and Duncan's going to get called for the foul. His first, team's first. Basket's good for Relander. He's got 4. He'll have an old-fashioned three-point play attempt. A 6-3 lead currently for the Golden Eagles. Free throw's good. 5 points for Owen Relander now. 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Watson gives it off to Nolan Kerr. Langdon Allen to JT Jeter. Up top, Watson. Watson's going to drive, pulls up, puts a shot up over Relander from about 10 feet. It's good. Connor Watson gets his first 2. Told Ian Case, I believe I heard, still at home sick, so hope if he's watching, hopefully you get feeling better soon, kid. There's Olson. Collison for three, top of the key, banked it hard off the glass, no good. Duncan with the rebound. Watson brings it down the floor with 4:20 remaining. Pick coming. Right side to JT Jeter. Jeter now goes to Nolan Kerr, right wing. Kerr on the dribble. Olson nearly fouled him. Duncan, 4:05 remaining. Chris Dewar is in the house tonight, so make sure you check out KHQA TV News at 10. I'm sure he'll have some highlights from tonight's game as the ball nearly got him right there. You can see him on the left side of the camera. Check him out. If you got some Quincy TV stations, KHQA. Langdon Allen to Watson to Jeter. A nice pass, and JT Jeter gets his first bucket of the game, and we're knotted at 7. 3:44 as the Bombers have scored 4 straight. Collison now, picked up by Jeter. Comes near side to Jackson Long, up top to Cox, Colby Cox with it. And that's going to be Olson, Collison. Relander puts a shot up over Nolan Kerr, and a mismatch in height at least, and Relander's got 7 of the 9 for the Golden Eagles. 3:15 remaining. The Bombers trail by 2 here in the first quarter. Nolan Kerr for 3, top of the key, a Sports Corner 3 for Nolan Kerr. And the Bombers take a 1-point lead, 10-9. Olson with it far side. That's Chase Olson to Relander. Owen Relander to Jackson Long. Long on the dribble. Olson with it. He'll try the 3. It's off, no good. Duncan gets the rebound. He gives it to Watson. 2:35 remaining across his half court. Watson's going to drive. The finger roll is good. 2:30 remaining. Connor Watson gets his second bucket of the night. (12-9). Bombers with the lead. Duncan tries to get a steal. Cox out to Collison. Collison gives it to Long. Long now to Relander. Relander guarded by Jeter. He puts a shot up over Jeter. Off, no good. Cox with a rebound to put back. It's off, no good. Langdon Howland high for the rebound. BT's got a 3 and a defensive rebound there. And now it's going to be out to JT Jeter for 3. In and out, no good. And if the Bombers hadn't went back so quick, they could have got a rebound because the Golden Eagles are fighting over the rebound. Oh, nice cut without the basketball. And that should have been maybe a basket interference as the backboard got slapped as Olson missed the shot. Duncan slapped the backboard pretty hard. 1:35 to go. Far side, Kerr now. Kerr on the dribble. Around Olson, goes to the rack, dumps it out to Jeter. Jeter's shot's good. JT Jeter's got his 4th point, and both have come on assists, one from Watson and one from Kerr. And the Bombers lead 14-5. 14-9, excuse me. Now Collison's going to drive. His shot's high off the glass, no good. Cox with the rebound, and he gets fouled by Jeter. His arm was high and straight, JT, you're right, but the fact you were moving across him and hit his arm. Jeter's going to pick up the foul, his first, team's second. 2 free throws coming for Colby Cox. Looking for his first points of the night. And the first one just barely gets rim for the junior. Jake Hobson replacing Jack Duncan. Olson takes a seat for the Golden Eagles, and is William Fredrickson for the Golden Eagles. Second free throw coming for Colby Cox. It's good. Tyler Cummins is in the house. It might be another close game. It's starting out that way. Good one so far. Kerr with it. Dumps it out in the corner. Connor Watson, a little floater. It's short, rebounded, and then tipped out of bounds by Watson. It was rebounded by Fredrickson. It'll stay with the Golden Eagles. 49.7 seconds remaining here in the First quarter of action from the hangar at Macomb High School. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bombers varsity boys basketball to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Collison over to Relander. Relander's got 7 points. That pull-up jumper, and he threw it off the backside of Hobson, taken away by Watson. Watson now backs it out and resets the offense with 25 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Nolan Kerr with it. He's going to go to Hobson, over to Watson. 17 seconds remaining. Watson for three. JT Jeter, that was a pass is what they're going to say. JT Jeter gets the bucket. That's his 6th point. And with 6 seconds remaining, and here's Relander's going to go to the rack, and he gets a finger roll. It's off no good. Gets a putback. It's off no good again. And that's how it's going to end. He missed 2 very good looks at the basket, because you might have seen Coach Anderson on the far side saying, we got to box out, kids. And he got a couple good looks but couldn't finish. And at the end of one, the Bombers lead 16-10. We'll take a break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in about 30 seconds.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Welcome back to the hangar at Macomb High School. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. 2 fouls for the Bombers, none for the Eagles. 16-10 at the end of the first 8 minutes. 7 points, including 1 for 1 from the free throw line for Owen Relander. 2 points for Chase Olson, and 1 point for Colby Cox on 1 of 2 free throw shooting. It'll be Bombers basketball to open the second quarter. 4 points for Connor Watson. 6 points for JT Jeter. 3 for Langdon Allen. Jack Duncan with it down low. He puts the shot up off. No good. And Colby Cox comes down with the rebound. Outlets it to Relander. Relander puts the shot up and in. Give him 9. 16-12 the score now. JT Jeter, a little up and under move. Can't get it to finish. And a chance to bring it to a 1-possession game. Relander goes right back. Dumps it out to Fredrickson. Fredrickson back up top to number 11, Jude Huffman. Nolan Kerr knocks it away. They're going to call a foul on Rylander, I think, as he gets called for the push. He does. That'll be the first foul of the game on Relander. It's his first, team's first, and the Bombers have the lead and the basketball. 7:15 remaining. Lynn Dunk is here. Thanks for joining us, Lynn. Langdon Allen, old BT, saw his dad in the concession stand during the JV game. Had a good laugh about the BT name sticking. Down low, a great pass. JT Jeter gets another one. One of them was an air ball. We'll call it a pass if you want to. If that's the case, and it's 2 assists from Watson, 1 from Kerr, and 1 from Allen now on the 4 baskets for JT Jeter. Down low to Relander. The shot's up and in as he got around Nolan Kerr. Langdon Allen with it. He gives it to Duncan. Kerr looks at the 3, doesn't take it. He's going to drive. And he's going to be fouled. Jump ball. Nope. Jump ball is going to be called. It's going to be possession to the Golden Eagles. 6:18 remaining. Olson checking back in. Long checking back in. Fredrickson and Collison taking a seat for the first time. 6:18 remaining in the first half. That's Hoffman with it. Down to Relander. Now back to Hoffman. Left side it goes to Olson off the bench for 3. It's short. Colby Cox gets the rebound. Missed it. Put it back up and in. Colby Cox gets his third point of the night. Connor Watson, 550. He puts the left-handed layup up and in. Watson has 6. Olsen with it right wing. Picked up by Kerr. Up top it goes to Hoffman. Left side to Long. Hoffman. Olsen. Skips it across to Long. Back up to Hoffman. Hoffman's going to drive, pull-up jumper about 14 feet off. No good. It's tipped. And JTG. Jack Duncan, folks. I don't know if you caught that right there. He stepped out of bounds and he knew it. And that was a kick, I thought. But he knew he touched it and he stepped out of bounds. He couldn't touch it first, so he blocked out so JT Jeter could pick it up. Goes for naught as Jeter was looking for Duncan on the cut, but it got kicked away. No call. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. It's 20-18. The Bombers with the lead. 16, that was right, 2016. Olsen with it. Olsen for 3, right corner. It's off, it hit the strap, no call. And it's going to be picked up off the floor by Long over to Hoffman. 4:30 remaining. That was tipped away from behind, went back to Colby Cox. His shot's up and in. Colby Cox has 5. 4:16 remaining. 20-18 is the score. So we approach the halfway point of quarter number 2. BT has it. Up top, Connor Watson, 3 left wing now. It's off, no good. Olsen with the rebound and a chance to tie or take the lead for the Golden Eagles. Olsen out to Long. Long looks to drive on Watson, gives it off to Relander. 3:50, and Relander gets around Jeter and then goes up and dunks it in. And we're tied at 20. Timeout on the floor, charged to the Bombers, a 30-second timeout. This game being brought to you tonight here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH by Midwest Ice. Do you need ice for an upcoming event? Look no further. Midwest Ice has you covered. Midwest Ice is Central Illinois' newest ice delivery service. We deliver directly to your event. Call Blaine Wrench at 309-351-8192 for a quote today. And Western Illinois University. At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in because purple stands out. At WIU, there is limitless potential with campuses in Macomb, Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out. And Good Hope Gardens. Good Hope Gardens, located at 445 East Main Street in Good Hope. That's just east of the North Elementary School. Is open April through October, Monday through Friday, and Saturday 8 to 10 to 4. They're closed right now, but they have all your fresh produce needs all summer long. Grover and Mary Jo DeCounter and family invite you to Good Hope Gardens. Come see where it's grown. 3:30 to go here. JT Jeter, nice pass to Duncan, and Duncan's going to get the foul called as Colby Cox went up and made the block. It looked relatively clean, but he's going to draw the foul. It'll be his first, team's second. Duncan hits the first. That's his first points of the game. First free throws of the game for the Bombers. Second one's off, no good. Bombers lead 21-20. Collison with it, 3:20. Collison looks down to Relander. Relander now goes against Kerr, has it knocked away, gathers it back up. Goes up top to Collison. Now Long on the dribble, left side, near the wing. Cox and Duncan are battling hard down low as Duncan is fronting Colby Cox. On the far side is Long. Now Collison top of the key. Long's going to come across. Going to give it to Relander, picked up by Langdon Allen. Cox, Olsen, stripped away by Duncan. 2:35 remaining. Collison puts the shot up and in. Collison gets his first bucket, and it's a 22-21 lead for the Golden Eagles. 2:20 remaining here in the first half. Duncan's going to drive, dumps it out, and they're going to call a foul on the Golden Eagles. It'll be on number 23, I believe, Owen Olson. Chase Olson. It's Owen Verlander, excuse me. Third foul. Watson's floater from the lane is good from about 10 feet. High arching floater for Connor Watson. He's got 8. And the Bombers retake the lead, 23-22 with 2 minutes remaining. Once again, live chat's open. Hop in there. Tell us where you're watching from and who you're cheering for. That goes for you folks watching from the Aledo area or cheering for somebody from Mercer County. Hop in there. Tell us where you're watching from, who you're cheering for. Long's going to drive. He puts up the left-handed shot off. No good. Watson with a rebound. The cool thing about it is the live chat comes back when you replay it later, so the kids will be able to watch it. If they watch it later, they'll see that you were in here cheering them on. So kind of a nice little bonus for the kids a little bit later. Duncan with it. 1:30 remaining in the first half. Kerr to Duncan. Duncan back to Kerr. 1:25. Duncan from the baseline. His jumper's good. Duncan's got 3 points. 1:15 remaining in the first half. Over to Verlander. Verlander has it tipped away by Kerr, gathers it back up. He's got position now, but Duncan was there to help stop him. Olson has it tipped away by Jeter, but it goes right to Collison. 1 minute remaining in the first half. Collison now is going to try and drive, can't. Olson now is going to drive on Allen. He gets it over to Verlander. Verlander now puts up the floater. It's good. He's got 15 here in the first half. Connor Watson with it. 41 seconds remaining in the first half. Bombers lead by 1, 25-24. Connor Watson with it. Comes to Duncan. Duncan near the top of the key. Goes to Langdon Allen on the other side of the top of the key. Back up to Nolan Kerr now. As they go one side of the top of the key to the other. JT Jeter with it now. And they're going to call Collison with the foul. That'll be the team's 4th. And all by different players. Collison picks up his first. It was on 33 earlier. The announcer thought it was on Collison, but it was actually on Cox. JT Jeter with it. 10 seconds remaining. Down to Duncan. 8 seconds remaining to Watson. Watson's going to drive now. And he's going to be fouled. And I think they're going to give him 2 shots. 4.8 seconds remaining. Chase Olson picks up the foul. Hits his second. 2 free throws for Connor Watson. If he can make them both, he'll have 10 in the first half. He misses the first. 4.8 seconds remaining. Bombers with a 1-point lead. Jake Hobson ready to check back in if Watson makes this one. And he doesn't. Tipped around, and Duncan can't save it in. It's going to go to the Golden Eagles, but another 2 seconds run off. That was a fast 2 seconds. 2.6 seconds remaining here, so it'll be an inbound and a quick shot for the Golden Eagles. Long has it. He's going to loft it up three-quarter court. It's close. It hits the bottom of the net. It was about a foot shorter. It would have went through. That's how the first half ends, 25-24. Bombers with the lead over the Golden Eagles of Mercer County. We'll take a break for just about 30 seconds or a minute. We'll be back with some halftime stats right after this here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Welcome back to Macomb High School as the Bomber Dance team getting ready to go here. We'll tell you that the Mercer County Golden Eagles led by a game-high 15 at the half by Owen Rirlander. He is 1 of 1 from the free throw line as well, an old-fashioned three-point play finish in the first quarter. He's got 8 points in the second, 7 in the first. Pretty balanced scoring for him. Chase Olson has 2 points, 2 points for Lucas Collison, and 5 points for Colby Cox. He's 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Had a couple buckets in the second quarter. For the Bombers, 8 points for Connor Watson, 0 of 2 from the free throw line. JT Jeter has 8 points, 3 of those on true assists. One of them came on an air ball by Connor Watson, but it looked like a pass, so the statistician might give him an assist there. If that's the case, all 4 baskets for JT Jeter came on assists. Langdon Allen has 3, Nolan Kerr has 3, and Jack Duncan has 3 on a 2-point basket and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. The Bombers are 1 of 4 from the charity stripe in the first half. We'll take a break, play an interview from our great title sponsor, McDonough District Hospital. We'll be back in just a few minutes with the second half, live from the hangar, as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bring Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
All right, welcome back. We're here now with Wanda Foster, the Vice President of Nursing and Clinical Administration. Is that correct?
That's correct, yes.
Well, what we're going to talk about today is some of the opportunities that are available at MDH for students, whether they be high school students, Spoon River College students, or Western students. MDH has a lot of opportunities to be involved and to learn, right?
We absolutely do. And we look so forward to having students here. We are a clinical site for Western Illinois University and their bachelor's program for nursing, as well as for Spoon River College nursing students and others that are doing some independent study. We welcome students, and we also encourage high school students. If you would like to learn more about nursing, we would love to meet with you. And there are opportunities at the hospital also where they can apply for jobs here, for positions. So we work closely with our nursing students, and we hope to recruit them and attract them and want to come back.
I know that publicly there's been a shortcoming or a shortage of nurses, right? And I know that every hospital and every nursing home and every clinical place period is searching for nurses. So how important is it for MDH to have these groups work with them, whether it be MDH or be Spoon River College or whatever the case may be? How important is it for MDH to then recruit those nurses to stay here and work as a profession?
It's very important. We want nursing students to feel very comfortable here, to enjoy their clinical experience and their opportunities here. And then we want them to feel very comfortable, to give them a good orientation. We hire new graduates, of course, into our acute care area as well as the intensive care unit. We hire new graduates in the emergency room, in home health and hospice, in our OB department, and our surgery department. These are all areas that new graduates can come into. We certainly give them a robust orientation. No one starts on their own until they feel completely ready. They have a mentor certainly with them, and we want to give them the best start for success that we can. And then there are many areas of specialty they can choose to go into. Nursing is a very unique field. You can work full-time, you can work part-time if you need to take time off for some reason. It's a field that you can kind of step into a little bit more than maybe some other fields in healthcare. We also have scholarships available through our auxiliary, through the hospital, and then once someone is an employee here, we do have some tuition reimbursement. So we will certainly help with that.
And going back to the scholarships and the shortages that are across the board, not necessarily at MDH, but
everywhere.
Right? So everywhere. This is a profession that you can make a good living at and be pretty sure to have a job, right? So
Absolutely.
this is a profession that high schoolers that are playing these sporting events or high schoolers that are watching these sporting events should consider, I would imagine.
Yes, very much so. You will always be assured to have a job, a career in nursing. I hate to call it just a job because you really want someone on that career path who has that passion for caring for people, for providing nursing care. Through your education and through your orientation, we can teach you your skill set. But if you have that passion and the desire to be in the nursing profession, you will do fine.
Yeah, a career and a job, while they might be listed as the same thing, they're really not, correct? I mean, if your career is being a nurse, you're probably going to enjoy it a lot more than if it's a job, right?
That's right. And you don't go into it first and foremost for the money. You go into it because that's what you want to do with your life, and the money certainly will follow.
Yeah, and that goes for anything probably,
Yes.
but the nice thing is right now, whether the money's good or bad, there's always going to be a job.
There will.
If you can get through the schooling and you can learn to love what you're doing, there's always going to be a job for you, right?
And it's not something for high school graduates exclusively. We have many people who have made changes midlife. We have people who have retired from their career in one thing and have chosen to go into nursing. So it's open for any age, and we certainly welcome that.
And you mentioned there's different areas of expertise for nurses. People think of that for doctors, but it's really that same way for nurses, right? I mean, you can be a surgical nurse and really become a great surgical nurse, or you can become a great ICU nurse, or you can do all those things.
Yes.
But if you really want to focus on something or be at OB, which you guys have a great OB department here, if that's what you want your focus to be and you really love working with expected and new mothers and young babies, you can do that, right?
You can do that. We also have positions in our MDH physician clinic practices as well. And if you are in nursing and you can choose to specialize in a certain department, you can choose to go on and be a director or a clinical care coordinator. You can go back to school and become a nurse practitioner, become a certified registered nurse anesthetist. You can go many different directions and really as high as to whatever extent in your education you would like to pursue.
Well, Wanda, thanks for coming and talking to us. We greatly appreciate it. I know that there's probably specific places within MDH that they can reach out to, correct? Is there somewhere that they need to call if they're interested?
I would call
in
our human resource department and start there, and then they can help direct and guide you. They can tell you about openings that we currently have. All of our current positions are listed on our MDH website, www.mdh.org. But certainly any positions for high school students, if they would like to start somewhere within the organization or volunteer experience, reach out to Human Resources and they can help direct you.
Well, again, thank you very much, and we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
I chose MDH. We moved here and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Welcome back, everyone, to Macomb High School, the hangar, as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Want to say hi to Connie Stufflebeam, watching from Ottumwa. Says, go Bombers. Stephen Stufflebeam's grandma would make you Sarah Stufflebeam's grandma as well. And Sarah had a really, really good game a week or so ago here on TSSR Game Time Live. Scored 18 points, if my memory serves me correctly. So, Connie, thank you for joining us here. As we do have boys and girls basketball on TSSR Game Time Live. We had a swim meet on a couple Saturdays ago, and we're going to get wrestling on a time or two yet this year. Just have not. We've had plans to do both of them so far, just haven't had the opportunity to get them on. Something has always caused a problem. This game being brought to you by Community News Brief. For all your local news, subscribe to Community News Brief Weekly Edition, mailed directly to your home every Friday as an option. You can also then go to the website and download the PDF versions of the Monday and Wednesday editions. Single copies can be purchased at select locations in Bushnell, Colchester, Blandesville, and, of course, Macomb. And M&B Furniture, Bushnell's only furniture store. M&B Furniture is a mainstay in the community and offers free delivery within 40 miles for everything you need to furnish your new home or replenish an old one. Stop and see the fine folks at 481 West Main Street, or find them on Facebook, Instagram, or on the web at www.mbfurniturinc.com. You can also call 309-772-2111. Bombers have the basketball to open the third quarter as we are just now underway. Duncan with it, top of the key. He goes to back cut it to Watson, who could never come down with it. He finally does get it back after Langdon Allen tracked it down. Watson still on the dribble as we approach the 7:35 mark of the third quarter. Jeter now, pull-up jumper, about 15 feet, it's off, no good. Jeter went to touch it again. Kerr now is going to do the finger roll up and in. Nolan Kerr gets the bucket. Give him 5 points on the night. Jackson Long gets mugged by Connor Watson. There's no call, but he saved the ball, so it's no harm, no foul, I guess. Nolan Kerr is going to foul Relander. And Nolan Kerr is going to pick up his first, team's first of the second half. Collison with it, up top to Jackson Long again. To Relander. Over to Olson. Cox has it now, guarded by Duncan. He's going to go in a reverse layup. Nice move by the big guy, Colby Cox. So he gets another two, and it's 27-26. Over to Kerr. Kerr looked at the three, wouldn't take it. Duncan with it, top of the key now, right side Watson. Watson now is going to drive. He goes to the rack, puts the shot up and in. Connor Watson give him 10 points on the night to lead the Bombers. 6:25 remaining in the third quarter. Jackson Long on the dribble, taking a long time to get it across half court. They got it there, though. Colby Cox down low to Relander, and they're going to call Kerr for the foul, I think. That was pretty touchy, but Nolan Kerr is going to pick up his second. Team second. Jude Huffman checking in for the Golden Eagles. Relander had a look right inside on the inbound play, but they didn't get it to him. Long shot, rolls around and falls in. That thing was on the rim for a long time. Long's first two. Three on the way by Connor Watson. It's off, no good. He got a little shot, and then Duncan's going to get called for the foul. That'll be the second on Jack Duncan. Team's third of the third quarter already. Chance to take the lead here for the Golden Eagles. They led late in the first half for a brief time, about one possession. Relander now with it. Collison. Back to Relander. Not a lot of movement from the left side there, but now Collison's going to have it. Out to Long. Long right back into the lane. Now back to Relander. Huffman with it now. As BT's guarding him. Now Relander. Right side Long. Oh, Collison, excuse me, for three. Off, no good. Rebound by Watson with 5:18 remaining. Watson's going to try to go right to the, bounces it across to Kerr. Kerr pump fakes, puts the shot up. Off, no good, but he's going to draw the foul from Collison. And Nolan Kerr is going to go to the free throw line. Collison's going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second. Team's first. Well, they gave it to Cox instead. Okay. That'll be Cox's second. Kerr hits the first. I think they're going to change that. It wasn't 33, wasn't anywhere near there. It should have been 30. Should have been 30. Yeah, I was going to say, they do correct it. Colby says, I was all the way out there. I couldn't have fouled him. Collison does get the foul. Kerr hit the first free throw, and he missed the second after all that. Verlander with it. 5 minutes remaining. Jackson Long down to Colby Cox, and he was so unguarded he missed the shot. Watson with it on the transition for the Bombers. And a foul is going to be called on Jackson Long. That'll be his first, team's second, excuse me. Chase Olson checking in for the Golden Eagles, replacing Jackson Long. Watson with it, picked up by Jude Huffman. Nolan Kerr. Langdon Allen. Allen's going to drive, put the shot up. Foul's going to be on the floor, but there's going to be a foul on the Golden Eagles. Good call. Was early. Foul's going to be on Chase Olson. That'll be his third. Team's third. Nolan Kerr is going to try and drive on Olson. He does. Puts the shot up high off the glass. No good. JT Jeter with the rebound. Gives it to Duncan. Duncan puts up the shot. It's hard off the glass. No good. Ball tipped around and finally going to be brought down by Collison with 4:20 remaining. Bombers still lead by 2, 30-28. Huffman gives it off to Verlander. Cox has it knocked away by Duncan. He can track it down. He does. He's going to dump it off to Langdon Allen, who can't finish. Langdon left it just a little short on the layup. Verlander has it stripped away, and a foul's going to be called. I believe BT is going to pick it up. We'll wait and see. Looking for a long time. It is on Langdon Allen. His first, team's fourth. Shot off, no good. Rebound to Kerr. He gets to Watson. 3:53 remaining. Duncan wide open, top of the key. Going to try and drive, jump, stop. Gives it to Watson, who nearly goes over and back to get it. On the line, almost. Kerr has it now, right wing, 3:35 remaining. Now JT Jeter down to Kerr. Kerr pump fakes, comes across to Langdon Allen. What a look and what a finish. BT gets the bucket, but what a pass by Nolan Kerr. Allen's got 5, 3:20 remaining in the third quarter. Jude Huffman with it now. Hoffman, excuse me. Verlander. Not scored yet here in this quarter. And he loses the pass that was intended for him. Watson takes it back the other way. He puts the shot up. What a spin move, but he can't finish. There's a 1-on-3 attempt there and couldn't finish. Now Verlander's going to try and drive. He pushes off. I think they're going to call Kerr. Nope, they're going to call that's a good call. Verlander is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second, team's fourth. William Fredrickson and Jackson Long checking back in for the Golden Eagles. Verlander shoved that forearm out. Anytime you extend that arm, whether you're actually pushing or not, it sure looks like it. Kerr was falling away from you already. Down low, the pass to Duncan. Duncan's going to go up over Hoffman. His jumper's good. A turnaround jumper for Jack Duncan. He's got 5, and the Bombers open up their largest lead of the game at 6, 34-28. Verlander now. 2:25 remaining. Hoffman with it. Now Verlander. He's going to spin into the lane, put the shot up. It's off, no good. Kerr got the rebound. Gives it to Watson. Down low to BT. Oh, what a block by Hoffman. JT Jeter puts the shot up. He's fouled, though, and it may be on William Fredrickson to foul. JT Jeter's going to be shooting 2 free throws. We'll see who it's on. Now they're going to call it on Collison. That'll be his third. That's the team's 5th. First one by JT Jeter's good. He's got 9. Jake Hobson checking in, replacing Jack Duncan with 2:12 to go here in the third quarter. Second one's good as well for JT Jeter. Bombers lead 36-28. Collison with it, guarded by Jeter. Up top, Fredrickson, Long, Verlander now. 1:50 remaining in the third quarter. Hoffman Back to Relander, up top to Collison, left side to Fredrickson. Collison now 1:40 remaining. Long. They've had some very long possessions, have the Golden Eagles. Now Relander's going to drive in, spins it in and out, and tipped to Watson. That ball was halfway in, folks. I don't know how that thing spun in and then spun back out, but a tough break for Mercer County. Now Watson's going to put the shot up high off the glass. Hobson with the rebound, and that's got to be a foul, right? Relander's going to pick up the foul. That's going to be foul number 6. It's going to be on Relander. It'll be his third.
Personal foul for Mercer County, number 13, Owen Relander.
They've got him for 2 on the board. I got him for 3. Watson inbound with 1 minute and 19 seconds remaining. Kerr to Watson. Relander nearly had a steal in the passing lane, couldn't quite get there. Out to JT Jeter now. Jeter's going to try to drive, spin, cross to Hobson. Hobson pump fakes, puts a shot up hard off a Country Financial bake shot from Abraham Olson, Country Financial agent for Jake Hobson. And Hobson gets his first 2, and the Bombers lead by 10, 38-28. Fredrickson, corner 3, Collison, no good. Kerr, good box out, gets the rebound, 45 seconds remaining. Bombers leading by double digits for the first time tonight. A chance to build on that. A 12 or 13-point advantage maybe to end the third quarter here if they can get a bucket to end the quarter. Watson on the dribble. Could have handed off to JT Jeter. Doesn't do it. Picks up his dribble. Goes to Hobson. Hobson now going to give it to BT. BT now. Hobson again to JT Jeter. 15 seconds remaining. Watson now as they're going to run the play. Long has it, tips it away. Watson. And Long is going to pick up a relatively silly foul. That's his second. Team foul number 7. The Bombers are going to be into bonus the rest of the way. Well, they got him for only 6 up there. Maybe that's the reason why my stats are off. I have him for 7. They have him for 6. So Langdon Allen with 6 seconds remaining is going to drive on Collison. Puts the shot up. Counted, and a foul for JT Jeter as Collison is going to pick up foul number 4. JT Jeter gets the bucket. And an old-fashioned three-point play attempt coming for him. Collison gets his 4th foul. That is foul number 7. Jeter hits the free throw. He's 3 for 3 in the quarter. And the Bombers lead 41-28. A Relander nearly hit a half-court 3, but it falls just a bit short. And at the end of 3, the Bombers lead 41-28. Just 4 points in the quarter for Mercer County. And we'll take a break. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
Welcome back to the hangar at Macomb High School. 12 points for JT Jeter, 10 points for Connor Watson. The Bombers are 4 of 7 from the free throw line. Just 4 points in the third quarter for Mercer County. Owen Relander, who had 15 in the first half, including 7 and 8 respectively, in quarter number 1 and number 2, held scoreless in the third quarter. And it will be Golden Eagles basketball to start the final quarter of play. So it is the Golden Eagles with the basketball, along with it, 7:45 remaining. Long still with it. He comes to Collison. Collison playing with 4 fouls. Chase Olson has the basketball now. Down the corner, Collison for 3, left wing. Good. Left corner, actually. A 3-pointer for Lucas Collison. And it's a 41-31 game just that quickly. BT has his pass taken away. Collison gets the steal. He's going to go in for a layup. BT bound there, blocks it away, and it's going to be stolen back as Kerr knocked it away from a would-be rebounder for the Golden Eagles. Watson ended up with it as we under 7 minutes to go. Still a 10-point game. Up top, Duncan, as the Golden Eagles have stepped up the defensive intensity here a notch in the fourth quarter. Chase Olson guarding Kerr. Kerr picks up his dribble, gives it to Watson. Out to BT for 3. It's in and out, no good. Kerr with the rebound and a putback, count it. Nolan Kerr got the rebound on the offensive end of the floor. Give him 8 points on the night. And the Bombers back up by 12, 43-31. Relander drives, and they're going to call a block on the floor, though. I believe it's on Kerr. It is. That'll be his 3rd. Team's 5th. Chase Olson takes a seat. Jude Hoffman checks in for the Golden Eagles. Shot by Relander is blocked by JT Jeter. Hoffman tracks it down before it goes out of bounds. Jackson Long with it now. 6 minutes remaining. Baseline jumper off, no good. Duncan tips it out to Kerr. Kerr gets it to Watson, and back the other way we go with it. 5:53, and I think Jackson Long is going to pick up a touch foul at about half court. He will. That'll be his 3rd. Team's 8th, and Connor Watson is going to be shooting a 1 in bonus. He is 0 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. 5:53 to go in the fourth quarter. First free throw off the front of the rim, no good. And Hoffman with the rebound. He ripped it away from Jack Duncan, who had gotten a little too far into the lane, and the ball went a little too far out of his reach behind him. Hoffman gives it off to Relander. Cox, Jackson Long. Colson for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound to Kerr, and they're going to call a jump ball, but the possession will be to the Bombers. That was a pretty quick jump ball call. 5:35 remaining in the basketball game. Bombers still lead by 12, 43-31. Nolan Kerr with it. He'll give it to Watson. Don't forget, Great Western Shootout. It's going to be a great day of basketball up at Abington at the A-Town High School. And Duncan's going to have it knocked away and thrown away. Relander's going to take it back the other way. He's going to pull up. Shot's good, and Kerr's going to pick up his 4th foul. That's team foul number 6. On the Bombers. Relander gets the bucket to fall. He's going to have another old-fashioned 3-point play attempt. Braden Holdhouse is going to replace Nolan Kerr. 5:22 remaining. Every free throw they can get is going to be important for the Golden Eagles the rest of the way. He hits it. Does Relander. And it's down to a single-digit lead, 43-34. Bombers lead in the fourth quarter. Watson has it from Allen. If Allen could have led him, it might have been a 1-on-2, or 2-on-1, but he threw it behind him. Watson had to go out and get it. As I said, the defensive intensity up a notch for Mercer County. And there's Hoffman with a steal. He goes to the rack. His shot's up and in. Jude Hoffman gets the bucket. His first 2. 4:50 remaining. And Watson had Duncan wide open, but threw it to Allen instead. And on the sideline, it's going to be Bomber basketball as Langdon Allen down there fighting with Jackson Long. He didn't have the Coach Tim Sedum wanted a timeout, but they said he didn't have control of the ball in time. Out to JT Jeter for three. No good. Duncan with the rebound for the Bombers. He's going to get fouled, and they're going to give him 2. He was going to shoot free throws either way, but the foul is going to give him 2 free throws. I couldn't tell if he was actually trying to shoot or not. Colby Cox is going to pick up the foul, his second, team's 9th. Jack Duncan shooting 2 for the Bombers. Duncan is 1 for 2 from the free throw line, making 2 for 3. .44-38, or 36, excuse me. Second one good as well. Back to a 9-point lead. Hoffman with it. He gives it to Cox. Down low to Relander. Relander double team down there. Out to Colby Cox. Down low to Jackson Long. Long now out to Hoffman. Back to Cox. Cox going to try and drive on Duncan. Dumps it out to Long. Up top to Hoffman. 4 minutes remaining. 4 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Being very deliberate with the basketball. Down by 9 here. Relander's going to drive. Puts the shot up. Counted and a foul. Langdon Allen going to get the foul this time. Another 3-point play attempt coming for, and we might have got a technical right there. Fouls on number 13, Langdon Allen. We did get a technical. Langdon Allen got the technical foul and the foul. That's a big one. It's 3 free throws. Rylander complete the 3-point play first. It's good. Now Collison's going to come shoot the technical free throws. First one is good. 3:49 to go. Nolan Kerr is going to check in for Langdon Allen. Langdon Allen take a seat after getting a technical. Collison hits them both. Ends up being a 6-point play. Could be 8 or 9 if the Eagles can score here. It's 45-41. What was a 10-point lead is down to 4, and Hoffman with the basketball. Cox with it now. Relander, drives on. That time Jeter gets the block on Relander. It's knocked away from Duncan. Watson goes to get it. 3:30 remaining. Watson now is going to drive, back it back out. And we're a good one here going. Duncan now, and a nice pass from Kerr. Jack Duncan gets 2 more. Collison with it now, 3:08 remaining in the basketball game. He gives it to Relander. Relander going to try and drive, jump stops, comes to Long. Jackson Long now has to Cox. Cox gets the shot as Duncan went for the steal and couldn't get it. Colby Cox gets 2. He's got 9 now. And we're back to a 4-point game. Now a steal. Long gets the steal and the bucket, and we're down to a 2-point game. The Bombers led by as many as 12 here in the fourth quarter, and it is a 2-point lead. The Mercer County Golden Eagles on the charge here. And the Bombers take a full timeout. That's their second timeout of the game. The Golden Eagles still have all 5 of their timeouts, so a long fourth quarter as we're at 2:43 remaining. This game being brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm, face-to-face over the phone, by email, or by text. You choose how you do business with Tom Conklin State Farm, Macomb. You can reach them at 309-837-1200 or visit them online at www.macombsf.com. Better yet, stop in and get your quote today at 1221 West Jackson Street in Macomb. And Sports Corner at 124. Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124. With a focus on local sports, catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. And the Old Dairy, located at 210 South Lafayette Street in Macomb, serving soup, salad, sandwiches, homemade dessert, Blue Bunny ice cream, and a full-service coffee bar. Breakfast served all day and free Wi-Fi. Visit them online at www.olddairymacomb.com or call 837-6700 for your takeout. Connor Watson on the dribble is going to get it across to Duncan. Duncan on a dribble now, goes in the corner to Nolan Kerr, to JT Jeter, to Duncan on the baseline. He's going to drive, comes up top to Watson. 2:25 remaining. Nolan Kerr with it, 2:20 remaining. Watson's going to try the three. It's off, no good. Rebound to Relander. Duncan knocked it away. Watson then knocked it away. Duncan finally comes up with it, and he's going to bring it across half court. He's going to give it to Watson with 2:03 remaining. Skips it across to Kerr. Up to JT Jeter. Under 2 minutes remaining now. Watson with it. 1:55 remaining. He's going to drive, dumps it out to Kerr. Kerr looks at the three, doesn't take it. He's going to drive in. The left-handed layup's off, no good. Hoffman with the rebound. No, that's Relander with the rebound. Relander back the other way with 1:40 remaining. He loses it. Kerr with the rebound. He laid up, and then he's going to go to the rack. It's blocked. A foul's going to be called on Colby Cox, and I think they're going to call it on Cox, or it could be on Long. We'll see. It is on Colby Cox, his third, team's 10th. 2 free throws coming for Nolan Kerr. Nolan Kerr, 1 for 2 from the free throw line tonight. Jake Hobson checking in the Bomber lineup. First free throw by Kerr is good. (48-45). Trying to make it a 2-possession game if he can hit this one. Second one is good as well. 2-possession game for the Bombers. 49-45. Relander with it. 1:28 remaining. He goes to Collison. Collison for 3. It's off, no good. Rebound to Watson. Fouls are going to have to start coming, down by 4 here, I would imagine. Watson's going to have to get it across. He does, to Jeter. Jeter picks it up, gives it to Langdon Allen. Back to Watson, 1:10 remaining. Watson down to Jeter. Jeter out to Kerr. Up to Watson now. 1:04 remaining. Jeter now. And good thing that foul came when it came, because Jeter just threw it away. The foul's going to be on Collison, and that's going to be 5 on Lucas Collison. Double bonus coming for the Bombers. JT Jeter, 3 for 3 from the free throw line tonight, shooting 2 with 1:03 remaining. Bombers up 49-45. Jack Duncan ready to check back in. First one's off, no good for JT Jeter. 63 seconds remaining. Second one, good. Relander with it, 1 minute remaining. And a timeout's going to be called. A full timeout charged to the Golden Eagles. We'll take a break as well. We'll be back. 50-45. Bombers with the lead. 58.8 seconds remaining. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb Bomber Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Welcome back to Macomb High School, the hangar. Bombers lead 50-45. Both teams in the bonus. Possession goes to Golden Eagles next time. 58.8 seconds remaining. This game being brought to you by Ron Elby Auto Sales with locations in Macomb and Augusta. With 80 years of car sales experience, Ron Elby Auto Sales is your hometown go-to for your next car. In Macomb on East Jackson Street, stop in and talk to Justin, Jared, or Chris, or visit www.lbsalescars.com to check out their inventory. Relander with it. Long, and man, they are not very quick to move without it, but they are not moving at all. You'd think they were up by 5 instead of down by 5. And another timeout's going to be called. A full timeout charged to the Golden Eagles. And they took 12 and a half seconds off the clock and never even attempted to look at the basket before another timeout being called. That's odd, to say the least. Game being brought to you by McDonough District Hospital. Thank you for voting McDonough District Hospital Rehabilitation Center best of the best in McDonough County. Let their experienced and dedicated sports medicine and rehabilitation staff show you why MDH has been voted best of the best for the last 6 years running. 3 convenient locations to serve you, 2 in Macomb and 1 in Bushnell. And Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling since 1960. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling has provided the greater Macomb area with expert sales, service, and installation of quality home comfort systems. Call your local Carrier dealer today at 309-833-2852 and find out how Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling provides 365 days of indoor comforts. So here we go. 46.1 seconds remaining. Basketball belongs to the Golden Eagles. The Bombers lead 50-45. This is the second inbound for the Golden Eagles, and they wasted 12 seconds and did nothing with it the last time. Relander again brings it in. This time, still not a whole lot more sign of real urgency here as we're down to 35 seconds. Out to Long for three, and he hit it! It's 3 by Jackson Long. He's got 5 in the quarter. And it's a 2-point game with 30.7 seconds. A 30-second timeout charged to Mercer County. I guess technically, if you think about it, they had plenty of time. They only needed 2 baskets. Now you play defense. If you get a turnover, it's tied. The Bombers have to go back the other way and hit the free throws. You foul the right person, you've got a chance here. Connor Watson, 0 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. JT Jeter is 4 for 5. Nolan Kerr's 3 for 4. And Jack Duncan is 3 for 4 from the free throw line tonight for the Bombers. 30.7 seconds remaining, 50-48. Ball gets inbounded, gives it back to Watson. Duncan now back to Watson as they got to get it across half court. They do to Langdon Allen. Now back to Watson, over to Duncan. 19 seconds, and they got a foul, and Jackson Long comes out and fouls. That's 4 on Long. Double bonus coming for Jack Duncan, the senior. 2 for 2 in the fourth quarter, 3 for 4 in the game. 1 is important, 2 is huge if you're a Bombers fan with 17.7 seconds remaining. Duncan has a chance to make it a 2-possession game. First one coming for the senior is good. A full 1-possession game now for the Bombers, and it becomes a 2-possession game and a whole lot more difficult for the Golden Eagles if he can get this second one to fall, and he does. Right over the front of the rim. No hesitation at all, and Jack Duncan is 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter. Nolan Kerr comes out. Braden Holdhouse checks in. 17 seconds remaining. Relander's going to go right to the rack. That's what he needs to do. He puts the shot up, off. It's no good. High for the rebound was Hoffman, I believe. And a jump ball is going to be called. It's possession to the Golden Eagles. Hoffman went way up there. He's probably the shortest kid on the floor, but the kid can jump, and he goes up to get the rebound. Nolan Kerr checks back in. And a timeout on the floor charged to the Golden Eagles. It's a full timeout. They have 1 timeout remaining. The Bombers have 3 timeouts remaining. 52-48, 9.5 seconds remaining. The Bombers up by 4. The 2 free throws by Jack Duncan, huge there in the last possession for the Bombers. The Bombers are 7 of 9 from the charity stripe in the fourth quarter. Free throws proving to be the key down the stretch for Macomb High. You're watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb High Sports on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Luke Little on the camera. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. It's been a good one the whole way. And the Bombers trying to extend that win streak here, as they have been playing well at home this season. So it will be Golden Eagle basketball. They're going to have to score quickly and then foul. If they can't get it done in less than 4 seconds, the Bombers don't even have to inbound the basketball. JT Jeter knocks it away out of bounds. Down to 8.9 seconds remaining. So once again, if it's under 5 seconds, the Bombers don't have to inbound here even if Golden Eagles score. Cox has it. He goes up with a shot. He gets it in with 6 seconds. A timeout. That'll be the last timeout. I forgot they did have 1 timeout remaining. That meant they could have stopped it either way. They get the stop there. 5.2 seconds remaining. It's a 2-point game, 52-50. Bombers still lead by 2. They got to get it inbounded, though, here as we are at the end. That was the last timeout for the Golden Eagles. Bombers still have 3, so they can call one here. That was a 30-second timeout. Watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. This is Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb Bomber Sports. Will be inbounded here by Watson for the Bombers. Once again, 5.2 seconds remaining. And Watson smartly takes a timeout for the Bombers. It is a full timeout.
Bombers take a 30-second timeout.
It's actually a 30-second timeout. So we'll tell you this game being brought to you by Sports Corner at 124, Macomb's original local sports bar is Sports Corner at 124, with a focus on local sports. Catch WIU games and all the area TSSR Game Time live broadcasts at Sports Corner at 124, all while enjoying your favorite cold drink and some of the best food in West Central Illinois. Stop in and say hi at 124 North Randolph Street in Macomb. Well, thank everybody for joining us tonight. Coming right down to the wire, Watson's going to inbound again. He's going to outlet it to Duncan. Duncan has it, it's tipped, but Cox comes up with it. A 3, long, it's close, it's off the back of the rim, and the Bombers win. Holy cannoli. What a finish. Long had a long look at a 3, but the Bombers get the win. It was close. It hit the back iron and bounced off, and the Bombers hold on for a 52-50 win over the Mercer County Golden Eagles. We'll take a break here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. As you've been watching Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling coverage of Macomb Bomber Sports, we'll have some game-ending stats and a word from Coach Anderson, hopefully, in just a little bit. He'll talk to Justice Keene and then come over and talk to us. So we'll be back in just a few minutes here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. You've been watching Bombers basketball from the hangar.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, and I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
When my parents told me they'd be using Adam's Experts, I felt a bit replaced. I mean, they always called me to remove their viruses or get their printer connected to Wi-Fi. He even set up their new Roku.
How do I adopt a new son?
But then he taught me a few things. And now, we're like tech brothers.
Adam's Experts. Repair, maintenance, and setup for all your home technology needs.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
Welcome back to Macomb High School, the Hangar, as Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling bringing Bombers sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. I'm Dwayne Hulett. Luke Little was on the camera tonight. Notice I said Luke instead of Kyle, which I've apparently been saying the whole stinking time Luke's been helping me. So I apologized earlier, Luke, but I'm apologizing again. So, oh. Sometimes you just get, apparently it was subliminal. I even knew your name. I don't know why I was saying Kyle. Anyway, let's talk about some game-ending stats here. Bombers had 4 players in double figures, while Mercer County had just 1. Owen Relander had 21 points. He was 3 of 3 from the free throw line. 9 points for Colby Cox. 7 points for Jackson Long. 7 points for Lucas Collison, who eventually fouled out of the game late in the fourth quarter. 2 points for Jude Hoffman and 2 points for Chase Olson. The Bombers led by 13 points by J.T. Jeter. He was 4 of 5 from the charity stripe. 11 points for Jack Duncan, who was 5 of 6 from the free throw line, including 4 of 4 in the fourth quarter. He hit 2 free throws to give the Bombers a 4-point lead late, which proved to be huge. 10 points for Connor Watson, who was 0 for 3 from the free throw line. And 10 points for Nolan Kerr, who was 3 for 4 from the free throw line. The Mercer County Golden Eagles finished 6 of 7 from the charity stripe. The Bombers were 12 of 18 from the charity stripe and hit just enough free throws to get the win. 66% may or may not be good enough according to the coach, but it was good enough to get the win tonight by 2, 52-50. They did make more than the other team shot, which is often a key stat to look at. So the Bombers get another win, and they are playing well here for their high school. Coach Anderson has found his way over, about to start talking to Justice Keene. We'll get him to come up here and talk to us when he's done. So we'll take another break, and we'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just a couple minutes.
I went through MDH when we were trying to get pregnant. We were struggling the first year, and then when we got pregnant, I stayed at MDH and through labor and now for pediatrics. My experience was nothing short of phenomenal. I was met with amazing staff members who helped me through concerns that I had when she was first born, helping me learn how to be a new mom. It was really reassuring and comforting knowing that I had so much support and kindness around me. My entire pregnancy at MDH was amazing.
MTC Communications is building a high-speed fiber network in our community, and we're putting priority on the areas with the greatest interest. That means we need your input to let us know you want us to build fiber in your area first. Experience the speed and convenience of fiber internet by visiting our special website and registering. Let us know you want fiber internet today and make your voice heard.
I grew up in a small town in Missouri, and I like the feel of community. I like knowing the people that I take care of and knowing the people around me, providing care for someone that you know is in this community and helping them to get better.
MDH Sport Medicine Rehab is just not for the athlete. We see a variety of ages, getting them from having pain to no pain to get back to their normal activities and their prior level of function.
Well, I've always had an interest in the medical field, and then growing up I actually went through physical therapy myself for an injury, and that got me back to playing my sports and the activities that I loved. So seeing that firsthand, I got to see how much physical therapy could really benefit others.
At Western Illinois University, leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there's limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
I chose MDH. We moved here, and I was researching different places that would allow me to VBAC, have a vaginal birth after C-section, and the doctors here do encourage that, and so I chose that after looking online, and I wouldn't want to deliver anywhere else because they all go above and beyond, and they're so kind and actually care about you.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
Once again, welcome back to the hangar at Macomb High School. We're still waiting on Coach Anderson to get over here, possibly Coach Saddam from the Golden Eagles might stop and talk to us. He's on the radio as well. Here comes Coach Anderson. Actually, looks like he's coming over this way as we speak. You can see Justice and his crew over on the far side over there. And Coach Anderson going to find his way over as we get ready to go here and talk to Coach Anderson. So we'll take a very, very quick break and get Coach Anderson under the headset, and we'll be back with Coach Jeremy Anderson from the victorious Macomb Bombers on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, in just about 30 seconds or so.
I chose the MDH OBGYN group because I've heard wonderful things about Dr. Smith. And upon entering the office, I really got along with everybody and got a warm feeling. The staff is warm and inviting and welcoming. It's a small community, so it's a really nice hospital to have here in the rural area. I continue to choose MDH because of the relationships I have. I really enjoy everybody here.
And welcome back to the hangar at Macomb High School. Arnold Brothers Heating and Cooling, bringing Bomber Sports to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, and got Coach Jeremy Anderson under the headset. Coach,
thanks, man.
I'll tell you what, that was an exciting one.
Oh, absolutely.
That's one of the better games we've got to see.
Yeah.
You guys have tended to, in our games that we've got to cover, you kind of opened them up and kind of ran away. It looked like you were doing that at the start of the fourth quarter. Mercer County had a little something to say about that, though.
Yeah, absolutely. They're a tough-nosed, well-coached team. I was pretty confident it was nowhere near over. I think that's we said something about that downstairs before the games. Is this is the caliber of team that we're going to have to beat if we want to win a regional, and I think that's very, very true. In the third quarter, I thought we played really, really well. We stretched out the lead, then we let their pressure bother us in the fourth quarter, and then it made it a game again. But credit our guys of making some huge stops, some huge rebounds, making just enough free throws, pull that one out.
Well, I said at the instant that the fourth quarter started, you could tell that the defensive intensity for the Golden Eagles was amped up a smidge.
Oh, absolutely. And we knew it was going to be, right, because they were down, and so they were going to have to bring out all the stops. And so we talked about having to meet your passes and be strong, and we had a few too many uh-ohs. And, of course, next thing you know, we go from what were we up, 13? We go from up 13 to up 2.
And the technical by Langdon Allen.
That was a big play.
Did
he make all 4 free throws? Plus the basket?
Well, it was the 3-point play and then the 2 free throws.
That's a 5-point possession.
Yeah, and then they had a basket after that.
That's a 7-point possession.
Yes. Yeah, it was a huge turning point. That's the thing. I mean, that's kind of like a fight in hockey, right? The team that's ahead in hockey never is the one that wants to start a fight, right? It's kind of the same thing. And when you're ahead in this game and it's getting down to the wire, and that technical is one you don't ever want to take, right?
No, you
don't really want to.
Langdon says he didn't say anything, and I don't know what exactly happened. It happened over there, and I was over here, and so. But again, we just got to keep our composure, and you can't afford to give 7-point possessions. That's for darn sure. So that's something else we're going to have to go back, talk about, and work on. I'm proud of our guys' defensive effort. I thought they really guarded, and that third quarter especially, really rebounded the ball well and got us in a position to win the game.
Well, Relander was 15 points at halftime, 7 in the first, 8 in the second quarter, about as even as you could do. He's a good ball player, and you guys just pretty much shut him down, didn't give him any easy looks really throughout the whole second half.
He's a man out there. He's a man. And they do a good job of getting in the ball in spaces where he can make baskets. I thought Nolan Kerr worked his little tail off on him, did absolutely all he could do to try to make everything tough. And when Nolan got in foul trouble, we rotated JT on him, and JT did a great job too. We got some help. We had some help side, on the back. And I thought it was another good defensive effort on our part. Early in the game, I think we left a lot out there by not being able to get offensive rebounds, which is something we're going to have to work on.
Well, you and I have talked on numerous occasions, especially early in the year, what's this team going to look like if Connor Watson doesn't score a lot of points? I know he led your team the other night, but you had 4 in double figures tonight. More times than not, you're going to take that if you can get it, no matter who those 4 are, right?
Yeah, we talked about that uptown a little bit today about having the open guy be the go-to man, and you could do that to an extent, but we're going to need Connor to really step up, and he's going to. He's going to. As the season rolls along, he's going to. But I think something that will help is now teams won't just focus just on him, right? That they're going to know they have to guard a lot of guys on our team.
Well, JT shot free throws were the key, really. You guys were 12 of 18, including what were you, 6, 8, 7 of 9 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and little home field advantage on the free throws. Maybe being able to shoot them at our own gym was nice. You get the right guys to the line at the right time. Jack's doing a good job making his free throws. So hopefully we can continue that. 8 for 8 in the last game, and tonight they were huge too. So.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm going to get Coach Saddam on underneath the headset real quick before we head out.
Yeah, thanks for being here, man.
Hey,
we really appreciate it.
We will be back in just about 30 seconds on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
At Western Illinois University, Leathernecks don't just blend in. Our purple stands out. Our students are innovative, creative, and resilient. At WIU, there is limitless potential, with campuses in Macomb, the Quad Cities, and online. Visit wiu.edu/potential to become a Leatherneck and get an education that stands out.
And we have Coach Sedam under the headset now from Mercer County. And I think everybody knew you were a good basketball team coming in. But I said the instant the fourth quarter started, your guys' defensive intensity changed, and that caused Macomb some problems, I think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, just what we did defensively, change and kind of pull it up in the half or into the full court and extending some things. Our mentality is everything we do in practice is built on our defense and building a strong structure and pressure. And when you're down 13, you got to change what you're doing in the game. And I think our guys adapted really well to create some offense out of that defensive intensity that was brought to bring it back to make it, that opportunity at the end to have a shot to win the game after you're down 13.
Well, I thought that Relander had a great first half, right?
Mm-hmm.
They did some things maybe a little differently defensively in the third quarter, but they just didn't allow him to get any easier open looks.
A little bit of what was going on. I mean, obviously he draws a ton of attention, and I think all 5 guys on the floor were 100% zoned in on him. And some of our actions with some of the screen things, they were willing to hack on him, hammer on him, and that wears on you. But they were able to shut some of that down to where he had to get to a second and third option within our stuff. And, yeah, I thought Macomb did a really nice job defensively in the third quarter. And on top of that, I think we missed some opportunities. But the defense that they play, and it was a very physical played basketball game, and I think Macomb was able to hang on or bump or hold some cutters that made it difficult to score. And when we did get those opportunities, we just didn't finish in the third quarter.
Coach Anderson has talked to me numerous times this early season about playing teams that test you, and that he's lost a few games, and he's okay with that as long as you're losing to teams that are testing you. This is a good test for you guys too, I think, right? I mean, he looked at this as a huge test for the Bombers, and I think you guys probably looked at this as a good test for the Golden Eagles too, right?
Yeah, when you look at 2A basketball, I always put Macomb as a top-notch program in the state of Illinois with the talent, the kids that they have coming through, and I think the coaching staff down here is always top-notch in the way they get their kids to play hard and play the game the right way. And knowing that they go, I think, south in postseason subsectional, I mean, it's still 2A basketball, and it's really good 2A basketball. So, no, do I hate to lose? Sure, I hate to lose, but knowing it's against a really good team and a really good opponent, I want to walk away, and I wish we would have got some payback, and that shot at the end goes down after the Watson kid got us at our place with a buzzer beater. But, no, it's put on a show and play your best basketball and see where it falls. But it's not the same conference. It's a non-conference game. It's just a true test of basketball and see where you stand. And early in the season, I like what our guys did coming on the road and playing hard here in Macomb. It's tough to get an hour and 15-minute drive after, we played Thursday, Friday, and we ended up off Saturday. So we haven't had a practice. We've had 2 practices in the last week and a half. So I'm super proud of our guys for what they did. But obviously would have liked to walk away with that W.
Well, we talked about Relander, but I saw Jude Hoffman do it. He played quite a bit for you tonight off the bench. He's got some ups. That kid's a hustler.
I just kind of say that kid floats. When it's time to go up, he just goes up to another level. And it's almost like his head at times will be where other guys' hands are. And it's something new to him. So I don't know that he's totally comfortable as a junior doing that all the time. But I have high expectations for that kid moving forward. Once he gets a little bit more comfortable in his body and what's going on. But he's a true athlete and a gamer and wants to play hard. And I think he's going to continue to develop and improve for our program.
And Collison and Cox are pretty good ball players for you too, aren't they?
Cox is a junior, 6'4" post player. He's also the quarterback on the football team and a true competitor and works his tail off in there. Collison is in that junior class with the Hoffman kid, and they played a ton of basketball together in the travel circuit off season, so they know what they're doing. And Collison, skill set wise, I think he's probably the next true basketball guy in Mercer County that loves it, that can kind of do all the things you're asking of a court general, similar to what you guys have in the Watson kid.
Well, you guys were 6 of 7 is what I had you for from the free throw line. Probably not enough free throws in a game like this, you didn't feel like, was there?
No, I mean, when we get 7 and Macomb's getting to the line, I think it was 18 times.
Yeah, 12 of 18.
I think that's huge. I do credit some of what they're doing offensive rebounding. I don't think we put it together a great defensive rebounding night. And when we check that out on stats and on huddle when we get that back, I'm going to think Macomb won the defensive rebounding battle, which hurt us. And, I mean, I could complain one way or the other. I mean, we just didn't get to the free throw line. And if we did, that game turns another way. But when you play 4 quarters, 8 minutes, and it's a one-possession basketball game, you can look through, there's probably 100 possessions in that game. Right. Any one of them changes the outcome of it.
That's what I've always said about any game, right? If it's a one-possession game or an overtime game or whatever, and people blame the officials or people blame – I mean, maybe the officials blow a call or maybe the officials don't foul, but – and that happens. You guys throw balls away. Macomb threw balls away. I mean, you airballed shots. Like you said, there's 100 things that cause somebody to lose a one-possession game, right?
Yep, and the big scheme of it, we just try to make less mistakes and know that the next possession is the one we want to get. And basketball is not a game of perfect, just like life isn't a game of perfect. Things are going to happen. It's how do you adjust and try to get the next one. So now I'll just kind of end it in the idea that super proud of our guys and what they put on the floor tonight. But I give credit to Macomb and their coach and the team, and they played really good basketball too.
Well, Coach Sedam, I appreciate you coming up and talking to us. I greatly appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the season. Maybe we'll see you somewhere down the road.
Absolutely.
Are you guys at A-Town Saturday? You're not,
we
are you?
Not. No, we have a shootout later. We'll actually go up to Rock Falls for a shootout.
Gotcha.
And we don't make it to the
Great Western Shootout.
The Great Western Shootout. We go over to Erie, Prophetstown.
Good
Big
deal.
shout out over there to their hospitality room. They do a nice
That's
job.
the best part. When I was a journalist for years, that's what you rank the tournaments by hospitality rooms. I don't know if you were around this area back in the day, but Roseville.
Oh, yeah.
Roseville used to have a Christmas tournament or holiday tournament before Christmas.
I did not coach in that era. I played in that era, played in that tournament. So I got to hear from our coaches.
Oh, my God.
How great it was.
They had the best hospitality room ever. Anyway, thanks for coming, Coach. We'll talk to you later.
You bet. Thanks a lot for coverage.
Yep. Coach Sedam talking to us on the postgame show. That'll do it from the hangar at Macomb High School. 52-50 Bombers get the win over Mercer County. We'll see you again Wednesday night for West Prairie girls basketball. Thanks for joining us here on TSSR Game Time Live presented by MDH. We'll see you later.